But there are trees in there that are producing bad fruit. How many of you know what I'm talking about? It's affecting your health, your relationships. It's weighing you down, setting you back. Those trees are producing strife, anxiety, bitterness. They won't survive the next storm. Secret number 4 from moving quickly through your next storm: get rid of the excess cargo. Have you ever watched one of these movies where someone crash lands in the middle of a desert and has to walk like 100 miles in the heat to get back to civilization? Every time as the camera pans towards the hero, there is a long set of footprints behind him. And along the trail of footprints are discarded items that they cast aside during their journey. Somebody say, excess cargo. There's something about a crisis that forces us to shed off the unnecessary things that are weighing us down. It seems to be the same for ships when they enter into a heavy storm. Most stories that I've read about ships and violent storms, at some point, the crew starts throwing overboard any excess cargo to lighten the ship. It's another advantage of storms. These storms that reveal things about us that we wouldn't otherwise know, they help us see with crystal clarity what we're carrying around that is helpful and what we're carrying that's just creating drag and holding us back. You may have recently come out of a storm and you know what I'm talking about. There's some things that you left behind in the storm. Maybe some unhealthy mindsets, maybe some unhealthy relationships, maybe even physical assets that were holding you down. They were part of your life for a season, but you had to cut them loose in order to survive the storm. They were adding too much weight. Well, the good news is that now that you're on the other side of the storm, you're lighter. You've got less drag. You're able to move quicker toward your destination. Someone say, I'm getting rid of the excess cargo. But it's not just external things that we carry around. We also carry internal things inside our soul. I faced a lot of rejection when I was a young kid. I was a romantic at heart, but I didn't have good interpersonal skills when it came to kids my own age. And after one particularly hurtful encounter in the 5th grade, I made a silent vow. I was going to be successful. People were going to adore me, and I wasn't going to need anybody. Can you relate? Have you experienced something similar? Some childhood trauma, some relational void, and you took on a weight, a vow, an internal determination? Never again. If you're like me, you didn't realize it at the time, but it was a powerful moment, a decision anchored in hurt that would drive you for years to come. For me, it started out innocent enough. I became more motivated, focused on success. I chased some girls, but at the first hint of rejection, I'd throw myself back into my worldwide domination schemes. But there were unhealthy sides. I needed to be the best. I could never let myself truly appreciate others for their strengths. I pushed my body beyond its limits. And I avoided true intimacy in relationships. Why am I sharing this? I want you to see that we pick up internal cargo, things in our soul that become part of the baggage we carry around. And I'm asking you, what kind of cargo are you carrying around in your soul? It may be difficult to see it now, but the storms in life are what will reveal them to you. It all came to a head for me my junior year in high school when my body stopped working. One of my lungs gave out, and after lung surgery, I found myself unable to do almost anything for a season. Couldn't think right because of the medication, couldn't do any of the activities I used to do. It was a storm. And to make it through, I was going to have to let go of some things internally. Say, I'm getting rid of the excess cargo. And what do you need to let go of? Some of these internal vows may have served you well in the past. They may have protected you from very real danger. They may have even kept you motivated and focused, but they may no longer be serving you. And that's one of the purposes of the storms that come our way. They reveal those things inside that are no longer serving us. Your soul is like a garden, and this garden is producing all kinds of fruit in your life. Some of the fruit is good: love, joy, peace, and it's serving you well. Those are good trees in your soul that are worth cultivating and investing in. But trees in there that are producing bad fruit. How many of you know what I'm talking about? It's affecting your health, your relationships. It's weighing you down, setting you back. Those trees are producing strife, anxiety, bitterness, and they won't survive the next storm. In fact, the quicker you can cut those trees down and get them out of your soul, the quicker you'll be moving through the next storm. Say, I'm getting rid of the excess cargo. And if you're bold enough, say this too. Repeat this. Say, unforgiveness, you have to go. Self-loathing, you have to go. Endless comparison, I'm getting rid of you. You've got to go. Being judgy of everyone and myself, you have to go. I'm getting rid of the excess cargo. Well, come on and just take a minute and give yourself a round of applause right there where you are, because you're about to move lighter. You're about to move faster, leaner, charging forward into the fullness of your destiny.